My name is Mamie. If you're new to my channel, I am a counselor. I do spiritual material, psychology, a little bit of astrology. So I'm going to be reviewing this knowing that it is a scripted show to some degree, but also knowing that it's edited. I do not claim to know anything about these people. I'm only going to be reacting and reviewing what's being presented to me. I'm sure there's a lot of information that we would be missing because it's probably going to be tons and tons of video footage that they can't condense into a 40-50 minute episode. So I am very much aware of that. We are still going to learn something from that because there is characters of people and qualities of people like that anyway.
I came off the dating apps. I trained very hard in the gym. Great new skincare routine, the whole lot.
He's back. I actually written down on my notes, the desperate guy's back. Sam, he's 31. He talks about how he's done some work on himself. Feel like there's some insecurities there on the looks level. So, yeah, and I'm sensing a bit of a nervous energy in him. It's almost like he's, I don't know, unsure of himself being there. Like he's trying to give off some vibe.
That's what I know. I just want kids.
Yeah, because it's prepping you for fatherhood, isn't it?
It is. Oh, I'm going to be a great father.
I love looking after people. I care for people as a living, and I can't wait to be a mum.
He's talking to Jasmine, who is 29, and she's a mental health nurse. She seems stable. That's the first thing I'm sort of picking up from her. There's something secure-ish about her, or at least on face value, but we'll come to find out more. And he's talking about kids and family and being comfortable and, you know, he's a big kid and he wants somebody that he can be comfortable with in the shower and be himself. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it kind of feels like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like he's saying things, but it doesn't feel like he's connecting to the things that he says. Again, it is an edited show. I don't know how long these dates are. I think they're like 15 minutes. So they're probably maybe trying to edit him a certain way as well. Yeah, but regardless, it's still coming through in some way. So, yeah.
Do you like to stroke your boyfriends?
Stroke.
You know, like those little tickle strokes in bed?
I'm a very affectionate person. I love cuddles. I love kissing.
I've been told I'm quite a good kid.
Do you like to stroke your boyfriends? Do you? What does that mean? Are they cats? Is your boyfriend a cat? It's so weird. And Jasmine is like scratching her head. Like, she's confused, but she deals with mental health. I'm not saying he's mental, but I'm just saying the way she handled that, she kind of tried to match his energy, but not in a way that she's losing herself into it. She kind of answered by saying, well, what did she say? She likes kissing and cuddling and she's affectionate. And the choice of words that she used are quite not strokey. Do you know what I mean? And he's just lying there like a little kid, like the Peter Pan that he says he is. And she's like, oh, stroke? What do you mean stroke? And she says, yeah, I'm affectionate. And then he says, I've been told I'm a good kisser. And I'm like, well, hang on a minute. Is that really the right sort of response? You know, she's talking about being affectionate and he's almost trying to get into the sexual, sensual side right away. He could have led with asking a question. Are you? Tell me more about your sensuality, your affection. You know, how do you display it? Like that's more substance than just, I've been told I'm quite a good kisser. So yeah, I'm not sure about this guy. And I think Jasmine doesn't know where to go with it. You know, I've been told I'm a good kisser. Oh, yeah, good. All right. Like, what else are you going to say? We just met and we're just trying to talk and you're telling me how good of a kisser you are. Do you like stroking your boyfriends? Like, where's this conversation going to go? I mean, at this point, I would have just known not it for me, you know, but Jasmine is giving him a chance. So let's see.
I know I've got so much to give, but I just want someone to give me the chance.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to give you a chance. And that person is you. Give yourself the chance, Sam, to grow up so that you get in touch with your inner self, your values, your needs, and work on those insecurities and attract the right person for you. You don't need somebody to give you a chance. You don't have to be that desperate.
Why do you think girls aren't giving you the chance?
I think they might look at my profile, like my Instagram, or when they see me in a bar, and they might just think he's looking for a one-night stand.
So why would they think that?
I just think, like, just appearance. I don't go around, like, chatting to a girl. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just a big kid.
Yeah, it just feels like a therapy session in the sense that she is asking the questions quite seriously as well. And she's not, being drawn into the level he is. I mean, she could have said something like, oh, maybe that's because you're good looking or something. Do you know what I mean? But this is not what they're here for. They're here to actually connect on a deeper level. And it's good that she's asking these questions. But I think at this point I think she's not in it. I mean, second time watching this scene, I don't think she's with it at all here. Although I think she's still going to continue seeing him. Yeah, she's asking the right questions, really getting to the crux of things. Why do you think you give off that vibe? He's not really volunteering that information. He just says women think, is he trying to say I'm good looking? Think I'm good looking on my Instagram? Is he trying to get her to think that he is good looking so that, is he manipulating the situation here? So that, because he's desperate, because he wants her to give him a chance.
I just wants to have fun and just love someone. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask for? Like,
I know.
I want you to remember me, okay? It's Sam from London.
Is that too much to ask for? I want you to remember me. It's Sam from London. I mean, you gotta love him though. And then Netflix is so bad. Look at this. I'm gonna try and put this picture on where I've paused right now. He's got, he's looking intensely at the camera, like camera, lights, action, smiles, like, what are you projecting, my guy? What do you want? Who are you? Sam, who are you? Or maybe he's just, I don't know if he's acting. I don't know. I'm trying to read him because, the bit that I just showed you there with him looking intently at the camera, he was trying to, when you're about to do something, football, whatever, or some sort of, I'm tired today. He was actually preparing himself to get into the pod, maybe to speak to another girl. So maybe he's just nervous. Maybe he has social anxiety. Like, it could be that as well, to be fair. And he doesn't know how to come across. I mean, we'd seen something like that with, what's his name? Andrew. Is it Andrew from Love is Blind last season? I think he had maybe some sort of social anxiety as well. And he came across, and I don't want to diagnose people online or anything like that. I don't like talking about things in that way, but how else do we understand the world, right? He's giving me the vibe of being a little bit anxious, a lot bit anxious, but trying to put a persona or an image or portray an image of him being content and being cool and calm and like cool, do you know what I mean? But it's not really giving that. It's giving chaotic. It's giving like, I want you to think I'm cool because I'm so cool, but I'm not really cool. Do you know what I don't know. Oh my God.
I like the sound of your voice.
Oh, I like the sound of yours. My name's Nicole. What's yours?
Nicole, my name's Sam. Aesthetic.
Okay, right away, he's meeting Nicole and he hasn't even sat down and he goes, I love the sound of your voice. The woman just said hello. Hi. And you love her voice. What do you love about it? Do you know what I mean? But she matches that energy. She's like, yeah, I love yours. Okay, I mean, you can like somebody's hello, but still, there isn't enough vibrato in the voice that's come out yet for you to actually, at least that's me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I thought that was odd. Again, it's edited, so we don't really know. Maybe they had already said a few more lines. Who knows?
Do you train? Do you go to the gym?
I do work out.
Okay, well, we can train.
Oh, do you train?
I do train.
Okay.
But I've trained because it's just made me feel amazing. Okay,
So do you train? Do you work out? And he's walking around pacing. I wonder if this guy has something, in terms of social anxiety or anxiety of some kind. Generalized anxiety. What are my notes? What are my notes saying? Yeah, some of my questions are that he's asking basic questions, and some of my notes, rather, is that he's asking basic questions. There's this nervy energy. Sounds a bit childish, and Nicole kind of she's looking a little bit confused as well with some of her answers, saying things like, oh, okay, and I think she's desperately trying to match him. I wonder if she herself has that desperate energy here, because like attracts like sometimes, misery loves company. So, yeah, there's a sense of he's quite controlled, so he might attract that sort of neediness in her. He's controlled with a lot of nervous attachment, right? Like, I want, why don't give me a chance? Why don't girls give me a chance? And he's trying to come across as controlled and in control of himself, but really he's actually anxious deep down, and he's desperate for something, for affection, for love and a connection, or to be loved, or to be wanted and desired. And I think maybe Nicole, and I don't really know these people, I've just literally, but I think there's something about Nicole. If Nicole stays with him, what does that say about Nicole? The connection is quite different from the one with Jasmine. Jasmine was asking questions, but Nicole doesn't seem to be asking questions that are deeper or questioning why, how, like Jasmine was. She's kind of going with whatever he's saying and kind of looking in herself where she is, but maybe not going as deep, and then giving back. And there's a surfaciness in this connection, this conversation.
Are you big on family?
I actually think that you can choose your family,
You could also choose your husband too.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I wonder what she means though by that. What's happened in her life to feel like, well, you could choose your family? Just abandonment, losing friendship, losing family members, feeling like not wanted. What is it, Nicole? Maybe it's not that deep. Maybe it's just can't you? Choose your family if you want to.
What does that life look like for you?
It would be a book that would be one of the best books that someone could ever read. So beautiful, it would make you cry.
Aww.
There we go.
You sound like a very...
But the sweet guy never wins.
That's a very interesting question. I wonder what it says about Nicole. Do you know what I mean? She's very... it feels to me, that question, rather, not Nicole, but the question feels... And I can kind of relate to that. It feels big picture-y, big picturesque, rather than closer to home. It's far away. It's over there. It's not here. Like, I'm here asking you and me together at 90, what would our life look like when we look back? But yeah, of course, she's asking about him, but I wonder if there's a better, for the first date. I don't know. Everybody's different, but the question just feels a little bit distant. Do you know what I mean? And it's 100 years from now, 90 years from now, that far. But yeah, I wonder what it says about Nicole. What is she not tapping into closer to home? But yeah, and then he kind of says something about a book and telling stories and crying. Is he talking about the Notebook? There is no substance in that. It felt like something I'm sure you guys can tell. Felt like something you've heard. It's very basic. It's very simple. Yeah, I would tell you, a love story. Like, what the heck? Yeah. And he says that the good guy never wins. So that's something about self-worth. Where's his self-worth? Is it why he's doing so much to make himself look a certain way, to look like the guy that wins, the good-looking guy? He's done the nose job and he seems to dress quite well. He goes to the gym, and there's nothing wrong with people going to the gym, but maybe he feels like that guy, that, fit guy, that's good-looking, that gets the girls, that's the guy that wins. And maybe that's what he's trying to put on.
I'm just hoping someone understands me.
When he says, I'm just hoping that someone understands me, what is it that you want us to understand, Sam? Sam, what is it that you want us to understand? Please, because we're not getting it. You're not being deep enough for us to, you're not explaining what it is. You're giving us the basics, the cliches, the nice guy never wins, love story, blah, blah, blah. What is it that you want us people to understand? Do you even understand it, Sam? Do you? Do you understand it? Because I don't think you do.
You
Really
know
wants to
what?
do
You're
it.
making me a bit scared, if I'm honest, because
Yeah.
I feel like you're saying a lot of the right things, and it's making me kind of a bit afraid.
She is hearing all these sweet nothings and she's recognizing they are sweet nothings, but there seems to be some desperation there as well in her because she has been married before and there's nothing with being divorced. But I don't know what kind of hurt she's been through that she's hearing this and wanting it to be true. I think she's weaving a fantasy in her head, but at the same time, she's probably thinking, well, maybe I'm not opening myself up to it because I've been hurt or I have hurt or whatever. And maybe this is my chance to open myself up to it. And maybe this could be it. But this does not feel like it from Sam. But who knows? It could be that she's going to be the one that gets him in touch with himself. But that kind of relationship, to me, in my experience, has never really gone any further because, you know, if, let's say, she is secure in herself and she's just sort of questioning and wondering here, and she ends up with him, she's going to have to rescue him to get him to a place where he's mature. And then what happens after that? Is he going to be able to align with her? You know, that kind of relationship is going to be, yeah, quite tumultuous and difficult, you know. Yeah, I think I'm getting ahead of myself with this, but that's kind of what I'm sensing.
I never lost hope when it came to finding someone I want to spend my life with. So I think for me, I'm ready, but it's scary to do that.
The way she talks, she's like, I think for me, I'm ready, but it's scary. I've never lost hope. She's not saying I have hope. I want a man. I'm ready. But she's saying I've never lost hope. I think for me, I'm ready. That does not feel to me like somebody who is defined in what they want. It does not feel that way for me. Yeah, there's something unsure about her, if I can put it that way. Could she be at risk of falling for a fantasy? Because I think there's a desperation there. You know, as soon as she said, just going back there, as soon as she said, you're saying all these sweet nothings, she didn't say sweet nothings, you're saying all these good things, but that scares me. Sam had a look on his face, which will later come on when he's talking to Jasmine, where he erupts. Okay, I'm already telling you the future, but I'm sure you would have watched this. If you're watching me, you probably would have watched the show already. But there was that look where he felt disappointed in hearing that. Of course, anybody would, right? If you're saying something and you know it's true or whatever, and people don't like to be told they're wrong or they're coming across a certain way, you know, like it's not, nobody likes that. I get that. But I think he's showing us some true feeling there. There's pain, there's anger, there's frustration. There's something that he's showing there. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can tell me. What do you guys think of Sam? Stressing me out. The first time I watched this scene, I was stressed out because I'm like, oh, who is this guy? I felt sorry for him. I felt infuriated. And I'm sure a lot of you will feel some type of way when you see a character like this because it's triggering, right? If you've experienced somebody like this in your life that seems or comes across as shallow and you're maybe connecting with them at a deeper level or they've put you through the ringer because you believed in that fantasy, and it can be very painful when you watch it. So take care of yourselves, guys. Watch with care. It's not you, it's them, and you know, you can hopefully learn something from this.
Something I sometimes want to do is just up and just leave and just like be free and just like go somewhere, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like I value conscious living.
Yes.
He's starting to talk about his life and who he is, and you know that he lives on the couch because he's working a freelance job and he's able to travel that way, and bit of this hippie vibe that she's picking up on. But she's picking up on this. That is the key here. I think she's picking up on this, and then she is matching that energy, right? And already she's talking about how she's always wanted to do life differently, and you know she works a corporate job, but she wants to have a free spirited vibe, right? So I wonder if she really wants that. That's who she is, or she is just matching his energy, and she doesn't really have a solid sense of self. Yeah, I think the theme is continuing here for me. Where's the self-worth? I wonder how she's going to develop.
Off-grid living is like what I really
Yes,
like.
exactly that. Yeah.
And I'm someone who's quite conscious of like mind, body, and spirit.
So she says in a confessional that they have a lot in common. Yeah, I could hear some, you know, things that are common to each other, between each other, but you know, talking about doing yoga and off-grid living, I don't know if that's really her. She's connected to the spiritual, the mind, body, and soul. She didn't elaborate on that. You know, one thing I've learned about the spiritual path is that something called spiritual bypass, where you can learn all these spiritual concepts and do these things, but not really connect with them at a sort of deeper level. And so you bypass, you kind of wear spirituality and, you know, off-grid living or hippie, whatever you want to call it, as an armor, you haven't really dealt with the reasons why you have come away from mainstream society. Why have you come away from me? Have you actually dug deep, Nicole, to find that out, what that is? Because I'm not hearing a lot of the substance of the why. What has led you to that path? And, you know, Benaiah is like holding his head like, oh my God, you are into the mind, body, and soul. What does that mean for you too, Benaiah? At least, you know, you're working and living that life already. You know, she's working a corporate job, corporate life, but she's apparently dreaming of living off grid and being a hippie and just, you know, taking life as it goes. But she's not doing the things that go towards that. But at the same, well, she does. She does naked yoga in the garden, which is amazing, by the way. I love naked yoga. But she's also connecting with Sam, who is the complete opposite in terms of that sort of lifestyle, right? But there's a similarity in these relationships that she's forming with these two guys that is quite distant, right? She's matching them with superficiality. It's almost like she's waiting for them to connect with something inside of her for it to come out so that she can bring that vulnerability out. I haven't seen any real sort of softness and vulnerability coming from her, and I would like to see that more. You know, I want to know, what is this mind, body, and soul for you? I think there's more in her, but she's not tapping into that goodness, and she's not sharing it with these men. So yeah, she's just waiting for them to ignite it out of her. I don't know, girl. I think I'm going to leave it here. So I'm going to leave it here because I am tired, and it's it's getting juicy, and I'm getting annoyed with Nicole. So is anybody else getting annoyed with Nicole like I am? Guys, please, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by October. I only have 200. I want to grow my channel and keep doing videos like this. I really love. I love helping people grow. I love understanding people, giving a little bit of my 2 cents. So if you guys are enjoying these videos and the way I'm reviewing them, please help me grow. Consider subscribing to my channel and make suggestions of what show you want me to watch next, and review. I hope you're learning something from this and you're enjoying it. So yeah, love, light, and empathy to you. Stay well. Mwah. Bye.